You're gone and I gotta stay high all the time.
Top 5 Indian companies you have not even heard of. Everyone knows the Tatas, Birlas, Ruyas, and even the Adanis. But away from these famous surnames, there are companies which are just as big, even bigger, all the while remaining in the background. Which are the biggest Indian companies that no one really knows of? Number 5, United Phosphorus Limited. The extent of how big a business agriculture is can be understood by our first name on the list. Hailing from a Gujarati family, entrepreneurship ran in the Raju Shroff's blood. Before independence, the family was in the textile business, followed by manufacturing hair oil and pain balm, and then chemicals. After successfully running the family's company in England, Raju came back and set up a factory in Vapi, despite his family's apprehensions. Soon enough, United Phosphorus Limited was born. Then onwards, the company kept growing as it acquired companies in France, Brazil, even Dubai, and is now present in the agrochemical industry in more than 30 countries. Today, his elder son, Jaydev Shroff, is the global CEO of the company. As of 2016, it reported revenues of 13,413 crores. On number 4, EID Parry. In 1788, Welshman Thomas Parry set up the nation's first sugar factory in Tamil Nadu. Today, his name still stands on the firm he helped create. East Indian Distilleries. Parry is now a part of Murugappa Group and manufactures not only sugar but also fertilizers, chemicals, and ceramics in Rajasthan, Chennai, and Vellore. It also has subsidiaries in Chile, USA, and Mauritius. Why should you know about it? It reported a revenue of 15,540 crores in 2016. On number 3, Ruchi Soya Industries Limited. With a revenue of 30,360 crores for 2016, India's largest manufacturer of edible oil is huge. While it is said to be a part of the Ruchi group of industries, effective control of the company and the group is with the Shahara family. Dinesh Shahara, one of the sons of the founder, the late Mahadev Shahara, is the managing director of the company. The family has many other companies like Anik Industries Limited, but the biggest is undoubtedly Ruchi Soya. The company produces a wide variety of oils, from soya bean to sunflower to mustard to foods like Nutrela. It also has a presence abroad, recently setting up a subsidiary in Singapore. On number 2, Motherson Sumi. In 1975, Vivek Chand Sehgal started a company with his mother, called it Motherson, and began silver trading. When he realized that this was not paying off, the company inked a joint venture with a Japanese company, Sumitomo Electric, with the purpose of providing components for a then young Indian car company called Maruti Suzuki. Today, this joint venture, Motherson Sumi, provides auto components for Toyota, Volkswagen, and even Porsche 911. His appetite to take risks and turn around even lost causes is unparalleled. This was the reason behind the company's worth zooming from around 2,500 crore in 2008 to 25,000 crore in 2014. His son Lakshya Sehgal is also a part of the company, while Vivek Chand is the chairman after stepping down from the post of MD. In 2016, the company earned a revenue of 38,716 crores. On number 1st, Rajesh Exports. At number 1, Rajesh Exports reported a revenue of 1,65,220 crores in 2016. To put that into perspective, that's more than corresponding numbers of TCS for Maruti Suzuki and for ICICI Bank. So what is Rajesh Exports? Started out in a Bangalore garage by Rajesh Mehta, he began manufacturing jewelry, supplying mechanically manufactured jewelry to retail customers. 35% of the gold produced globally today comes through the Rajesh Exports. Their properties encompass mines, refineries, and go all the way up till the individual customer, as the company is in the process of expanding its retail shops across India. All of this is starting from a mere rupees 1200. the sum which Rajesh borrowed from his brother in 1982. Dreams are real. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for such amazing videos.